How my biggest weakness became my core strength. And watch this video if you want to change your weakness into strength. So when I started creating content, I used to consume a lot of content. I used to watch every video. When I wake up, I just get fresh and I sit down with my laptop, I open it and I started watching educational videos. I started reading every email. I used to click every link of that email and go to their landing pages, go to their website, download ebooks, download guides, and started reading it. My whole day was like this, consuming, and consuming. And I thought that it is good because I'm learning a lot of things. But what I wanted to be, I wanted to become a creator, an educator. Of course, I wanted to make money. I wanted to, dominate on social media. You see what's happening over here? I'm a biggest consumer. I'm a good consumer. I consume content. But a good consumer is not a good producer, is not a good creator. So what was my weakness? So weakness was consuming a lot of content and not creating anything. I was like, when I started feeling this thing, and when I felt this thing, when I got just bored, that okay, I'm watching it. When I start realizing that every other video sounds same, these creators just, when I start finding these are some generic advice which I have heard many times because I have been watching you guys and other guys in your industry for so many days, for so many years. I've heard this thing again and again. I'm just bored. And those videos, those emails, which were my favorite thing, started becoming my noise. I didn't like it. I used to open the whole notification from YouTube that if someone posts a good video, I'm going to watch it. I was frustrated to see those notifications on my notification bar because I didn't like them. Of course, I loved them, but I didn't like the videos. I didn't like the advice which they are giving again and again. Then I realized that I'm getting frustrated because I'm not creating anything. Now I'm in that position that I have my own ideas. So when I realized that I have my own ideas and I should share it, I teach school students about, social science, maths. Like I give tuitions to these kids of 10th standard, 11, 12, like big boys, not little kids. So we were talking and they asked me something about what I'm doing these days. So I started talking about someone who made a video on a particular topic. And I said that he completely said the wrong thing, They asked me, why you think this? I told them that this is wrong, You should not do this. And he was like established one, not just established creator. And they believed in me. They agreed with me. And they said, yeah, आप सही कह रहे हो भैया. ऐसे होना चाहिए. सही कह रहे हो. It's a complete different approach to think this. And when they said this word कि यार ये भी सोचने का तरीका है. मैं ये एड्रेस नहीं कर रहा था ये इंसान एकदम गलत है. मैं ये बता रहा था कि किन चीज़ों में गलत हो सकती है एडवाइस और कैसे ये एडवाइस फुली एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. सो जब लोगों ने मुझे ये कहा देना रियलाइज हो कि यार I have something to share. And I started believing in myself that I can spread good ideas. I can think better. When this all was happening, so then I realized my mistake that I'm not creating. I need to create. So next day, I took pen and paper and start writing what I feel, what I know, what I think, which ideas were different, which ideas are, sounds too generic, which are powerful opinions, which people will disagree with me or may disagree. I wrote everything down. And then I started creating text posts and some videos. What I found, now my weakness was consuming a lot of content. Now how it became a strength? Because when I started, as I said, when I realized that I could think better, why was I able to think better? And now when I started creating, I found that I have lots of ideas. I have lots of things to share. Why? Because I spend my time, when I was consuming a lot of content, I spend my lot of time with people like Alex Hermosi, Jordan Peterson, Patrick Bet-David, Akshay Srivastava, Robert Greene. These people are my masters. I spent a lot of time watching their videos, reading their mails. And when I have consumed them so much, now when I'm starting to create, I'm finding that my weakness is becoming my strength. My weakness has become my strength. A reason that I could think like them because I watched them. I spent hours with them. I read their work more than anything. So if I've done that, I can think like them. Not exactly, not exactly like them, but yeah, I could think like, in a different manners. That is the completely different way of thinking, because this is a combination of my own experiences, insights, stories, and the combination of their word, or combination of my insights and words and experiences and their stories, ideas, writings, words. When it combined my ideas, my stories, my experiences with them, I found my thinking. And I found my thinking. I'm not saying that I was an effective thinker. I was great at thinking. But yeah, I could feel in myself that I can think better, I have some ideas to share. I know how to say that how your ideas is done good or is done better with respect. I know how to handle disagreement. I know how to handle hate. I know how to understand human nature. I know the marketing thing. I know how to articulate, and I know how to tell stories. I know not. I'm not. I just know. I'm not saying that I'm good at these things. I still consider that I'm learning at these things. I still watch them, but I could feel that I can do. I can see. I can have. It's like I got that sense inside myself. So I just made myself promise that I am going to become a creator, an entrepreneur, and above that, a writer. Because the writing is the thing which is similar in all these people. Writing is the major skill, guys. Everything in marketing, in content creation starts with writing. Whether it's a YouTube video, starts with script, descriptions. When you got to write titles. When you go on Twitter and LinkedIn, it's about writing. When you want to sell something, it's about writing. So you write, then you speak, right? So that's why. So I consider myself a writer, but I'm becoming much better. So that's how my weakness of consuming a lot of content became my strength of creating, of thinking like my masters and creating great ideas. So now how you can do this? See yourself that what are your weaknesses, why you consider this one thing as weakness, and think about that, okay, this is my weakness. Why is this weakness in the first place? Some weaknesses will not be your strength. Some weaknesses you have to just leave them. But some weaknesses would be your strength. You would have to figure it out that how it will become my strength. Okay, how will you figure it out? By sitting and writing down? No. Go and create something. Go and do something. You will realize that my weaknesses are some of my weaknesses are my strength, or some of my weaknesses can be my strength. So this is beautiful. But when happens this beautiful thing? When this beautiful thing happens? When you go and do something. When you go and execute something. So when you watch a video, go and execute what you learned in that video. When you read a book, read a chapter, not a book. When you read a chapter of a book, go and execute what you read. You will realize that, okay, I am something. When you go and read a book, don't just read a book for sake of completing it. Just keep reading until something catches your attention. And when it catches your attention, read it. Suppose there is a paragraph. After 10 pages were completely boring to you. But after 10 pages, 11th page was so much interesting. You read it. And after reading it, you have lots of thoughts in your mind. You have lots of ideas. And your mind is running with ideas. You are thinking of your old stories. A lot of questions coming into your mind. Has it ever happened to you? If it has happened to you, you can relate. But if it has not, so keep listening. So what should you do after reading 11th page? Don't move to the 12th page. Take a pen and paper and write down those questions coming to your mind. Write down your stories which are coming to the mind. Write down any moment which reflects this lesson. Write down the criticism if you criticize this. Write down your disagreements. You will realize that you are becoming a good thinker. You will become, and if you are becoming a good thinker, you will become a good writer. And if you are becoming a good writer, you can do a lot of things. If you can write better, you can sell. If you can write better, you can form connections. If you can write better, you can be great at entrepreneurship. If you can write better, you can make millions and millions. So that's the one thing you need to do right now. Go and execute, and you will realize how your weaknesses are your strengths. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this short story. I hope you like this approach of executing and finding how your weaknesses can be your strength. I hope you like this idea of reading the chapters and finding something fascinating which catches your attention and puts a lot of questions in your mind. So don't go to 12th page. Take a pen and paper and write it down. I hope you like this one too. So there are 3 things I talked about, and I hope you loved it. And thanks for watching this video. And if you like this video, if you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel, because this will help me to grow my channel and to spread my ideas and my thinking. Thank you so much for watching.